Hey, what's up, folks? It is Will with Exposing IWC. I almost forgot my name for a second, but I am Will. What's up? How's it going? We have a jam-packed stream for today, folks. We're gonna be talking about why Raw is awesome. We're gonna be talking about why freaking Rikishi is off his rocker for his comments about his son. We're gonna be talking about how Tony Khan wants to freaking work with the WWE, or he would like to do a damn super show, and why that's comical. But first, we'll be talking about Delta signing with the WWE. So before I continue, let me make sure everything is in order. I believe it is, even though I can't see the freaking can't see that I'm live on my screen because I forgot to pull it up. So I can only go by the chat. Let me see. All right, cool. We're good. Hey, what's up, guys? If you're watching this on replay, do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment in regard to any of the topics we discuss here. What's up, Maya? What's up, David? What's up, everybody in the chat? Kicking it with Leo. What's up? Sound good? Awesome. All right. So yeah, where are we going to start? I think we're going to start with Delta, of course. Delta has signed, well, not has signed, she's already signed. But it's like the worst kept secret. The worst kept secret. It's funny, in the wrestling community, when Fightful makes the final call here on, oh, she signed, everybody agrees, oh, she signed. But this has been out for a while now. It's been pretty clear what's happening here. I mean, there's been reports saying that she's been signed for a while. Even here, you can see Ella J said, been seeing some confusion on her status, but I've had multiple sources confirm to me that Delta is indeed signed with the WWE. She's slated to move to the United States this week. This was 2 weeks ago. Not to mention, on her own damn freaking Twitter page, this woman retweeted that she was going to WWE when somebody put together this edit, and she retweeted it. It says here, Delta on her way to WWE. So I had to put together this sick edit together. I mean, I read that wrong. Delta on her way to the WWE. So I had to put this sick edit together. Hope you guys enjoy. She retweeted it. So that'd be pretty bold to retweet that you're going to WWE according to this tweet if it wasn't true. All right. But this has been in the cards for a while now. It's been clearly pretty obvious, but Fightful put that final nail in the coffin. So I guess it's official now. All right. But yeah, it's been a bad kept secret that she's going to WWE. Delta is wrestling right now, or was wrestling, for Riot City Wrestling. This is the same promotion that Rhea Ripley wrestled at. She's been signed. Yeah, she's been signed. She was in Australia, of course, when they went down for the Elimination Chamber. She had a good tryout for them, and she signed. So she's been under contract, as far as we know, for a while. And she put in a very good performance, and they were impressed at the tryout. This woman has been wrestling, like I said, she's been wrestling at Riot City Wrestling. She was a champion for a while, wrestling against chicks and dudes. He's a very, very talented in-ring wrestler from what I've seen, and very, very strong. Now, you could be wondering, who the hell is Delta? I'd never heard of her. That's okay. If you never heard of her, I'm not going to make you feel bad because I didn't hear about her until recently. This woman's footprint online is very small. As you can see from her Twitter, I mean, this is up from before. So she had even less than this. She had less than 3,000 followers on Twitter. She's not very popular. Not very mainstream. She's known to the hardcore, so very hardcore fans based out there that follow what's going on in Australia, stuff like that. Sure, you know about her, but as you can see, she's not that well known. So I'm not gonna make you feel bad about not knowing who Delta is. I've only known about her for the last couple months. That's because of the WWE relationship, or not relationship, but the rumors, right? That's why I know about her. If you want to watch her wrestle, you can. You can go right over to Riot City Wrestling YouTube. Okay. There's plenty of stuff for you to see. All right. Go over to the YouTube page. There are countless Delta matches for you to watch. I would recommend you watching her match, the title unification against Mickey Fortune. Right there. Oh, where is it? It's right here. So you can scroll. This scroll, there's plenty of Delta content on here. I mean, there's plenty of clips for you to watch of Delta. A smorgasbord. Hey, look, Rhea's right there. Look, Rhea Ripley in that image right there, that thumbnail. The complete history of women's championships. You see Rhea is right in the thumbnail there. So yeah, this is very much where Rhea's upbringing was, or where she started out, I believe. So yeah, you can find plenty of Delta content on here, endless amounts. I'll recommend, like I said, I'll recommend the title unification. So yeah, she's talented. She's strong as hell. From what I've seen for her matches, I've seen 2 or 3 full matches. Strong as a bull, very good worker, can move well. A good addition to WWE roster for sure. So yeah, that's kind of like the bare bones of the Delta breakdown. So let me show you this. What I have for you guys. I'm gonna show you her last promo. Again, if you didn't know she's going to WWE, this promo was pretty much her goodbye message to the promotion, Riot City Wrestling. Look here we go.
When I said this was the most challenging match of my career, it was more. It was the most emotional and toughest match of my career, but regardless of the ending, I wouldn't want it with anybody else but my brother. I love you, Dean, no matter what, and I love RCW. From the bottom of my heart, I thank everybody for supporting me throughout the years, and I'm gonna miss this place so goddamn much. I'm gonna miss everybody so goddamn much. But this isn't the last of me. You'll be seeing me soon. I love you all. Thank you so much for the best 5 years of my life.
So she's out of there, and she's headed to WWE. This was the 15th. So reports are she's getting ready, she's packing up, she's moving to Orlando. All right, that's happening. So she's on her way. So we can look forward to seeing her rather soon. Rhea has talked about herself. Like, Rhea has hyped her up. Let's see, do I have that for you guys? I do. Here's Rhea Ripley talking about her friend that she knows from Riot Wrestling.
2 males, Delta.
Do you know of any wrestlers that you might want to keep your eye on because they're going to be the next big thing and take over the world?
Yeah, I got a female and 2 males. Delta from Riot City Wrestling. She is pretty much me, and I love it. Like, she is so herself, and she brings that out, and she's strong, she's fit. She doesn't fit the normal, like, female mold, and I love that. I love big, strong women, you know? So it's great to have her coming up, and I think that she's going to do amazing things.
So there you go. Rhea Ripley has hyped her up, and Delta has the Rhea Ripley stamp of approval there. So this is an exciting talent. Like I said, head over to YouTube page. There's no excuse. There is no excuse. There's endless amount of Delta content at the Riot City Wrestling page. Head on over there, check her out, and see for yourself if you think she's any good. I think she's very good, very talented, strong as hell. Strong as hell. Even this, like, I'll show you this. Here's some clips of her wrestling Jordynne Grace. This match is harder to find. Good luck. It's probably somewhere out there. I tried to look for it, but I couldn't find it. Here's some clips of her up against Jordynne Grace.
Wrestling, full stop.
And here's her lifting up Jordynne Grace and walking up the stairs. You'll see her in a second. This girl is no joke. Look at this spot. Fantastic. Yeah, good worker. This all-around good wrestler. Strong. She'll fit in well in NXT. Different type of flavor as well from what you're seeing in NXT right now. Real muscle mommy. You do good. I'm looking forward to her being in NXT. Yeah, so now she will not come in again. She doesn't have the popularity or she doesn't have the hype that Stephanie Vaquer or Julia will come in with. Just know that, okay? I don't even think they're going to bring her in with that type of hype either. So they're going to slow burn her into NXT. So I don't expect to see any like The rollout that Stephanie Vaquer is getting, the rollout that Julia is going to get, I don't think she's going to get. All right, so that's just something to keep in mind. So whereas we're talking about Delta, I'm not sure they're going to push her to the top of the card that fast, like they're going to push Stephanie, like they're going to push Julia, okay? So keep that in mind. That doesn't speak to her talent. They just have other things in mind with Stephanie and Julia. So she'll get her time to shine in her place in the company, but it's going to be a little slow. Maybe not as slow as Maddie Ronkowski, because Maddie Ronkowski was she was on the Indies, and she had a nice little run on the Indies, but Maddie is not the wrestler. I'm saying Maddie Ronkowski when I'm talking about Ren Sinclair. She's not the wrestler that Delta is, so a little different. But Maddie Ronkowski had a run on the Indies. She had some belts, okay, but they brought her in a little slower, right? They changed her name, a little different, Look at this is Maddie Ronkowski on the damn Indies. They brought her in slow. Now she finally got her groove. Maddie Ronkowski in the Indies was a fantastic, hilarious, very good, very entertaining heel, a great heel. They brought her in as a babyface. They brought her in slow. Now she's just now working with the No Quarter Catch crew, and now she's going heel. Now you're going to see her shine. Like what we're seeing now in NXT, if you watched NXT last night, you saw Ren Sinclair being more of a heel. That character and she's a natural heel. Now you're going to see her cook. Now you're going to see her personality. You're going to see the best of her as an in-ring talent and as a performer. Same with Delta. I think they'll probably bring her in a little slower. Maybe not as slow because she's so good in ring and she's so strong. So she have a bigger push. But just know it won't be the same as Julia or Stephanie. A little slower, I think. I could be wrong, but I think she's going to get a little bit slower burn. You can't push everybody at the same time. You can't bring 3 people in at the same time and push them all 3 to the top, right? So Delta, I think, will be a little slower, but we'll see how it goes. I could be wrong. She's definitely a sleeper. She is a sleeper. Looks amazing. She looks like a star. If you saw that, we've seen that visual, that picture of all 3 of them, Julia, Stephanie, and Delta, all 3 looking like badasses with their belts. It's good. It's a good time. It's a good time. Right. She is like a Rhea Ripley, Masha Slamovich. Yeah, that's her vibe. That's the vibe. You're completely right, Delta. A Jordan Grace, Masha, Rhea vibe. That type of character, that type of presence is what she is. That is exactly right. That's the vibe we're getting from Delta these days. And that's what you're going to get in the company when she's here. Great look. Great look. Do you think Julia is doing a video promo at the end of the Great American Bash? Possibly. Do I think? I have no way of knowing that. Would I like to see it? Sure. If that happens, we'll talk about that in a second. So I'll save that topic about Julia and Stephanie. But yeah, it's possible. Wish she came in with a better booking. I think her booking is really going to take off now that she's heel. They brought her in slow. They brought her in a little slow. But now that she's heel, I think Ren Sinclair is going to cook in that character. So I like already what we saw last night from Ren Sinclair. So I think I'm very, very optimistic about her booking going forward in NXT. So because she really is a natural heel. She's so good at it. If you go watch any YouTube video of just Google Maddie Ronkowski, watch her mic work. She's so a natural heel. So I was wondering when they were going to make that change, and they've made the change. She's heel now, so you'll get to experience the Maddie Ronkowski on NXT now. You're going to see that. Is she officially signed? It's pretty Delta. It's obvious. It's not like official in terms of WWE announcing it, but it's pretty damn clear what's happening here. She's told her fans in Australia that she's leaving. She's going to miss the company. She's tweeting out that she's going to WWE. It's all in reports. All the reports are saying the same thing. She's going to be in WWE. She's moving to Orlando. It's all but official, right? The WWE has not announced it, but it's like 99% like official. Let's be honest. She's going to be in WWE. Delta is signed. She's signed. Okay, so we can all look forward to seeing her in the company in the near future. All right, so let's talk about we talked about NXT a little bit, right? So Delta, she's on her way. Again, talented, strong, good in ring. Find her matches against Jordan Grace if you can. You go to the YouTube page for Riot City Wrestling. You can see her wrestle there. They're all excited. Now there's talk about her push and how it's going to compare to Julia and Stephanie. That's what I just talked about a second ago, right? Last night, got a little bit of indication of how Stephanie is going to get booked because they were watching her freaking tape. I don't know if you watched NXT, but last night, 3 baby faces were watching Stephanie's tape. Sol Ruka, Carmen, and why am I blanking on her name? Lola Vice, Jesus. Miss Vice was watching. All 3 of them were watching her tape. So we can see clearly here, Stephanie's coming first. That's obvious, right? She's already here. She's ready to go. She's not traveling from Japan, right? She's coming first, and she will arrive on the scene first. She's being talked about here about these 3 baby faces. Last week, it was not only Roxanne, but also Kalani Jordan talking about Stephanie. I believe, because there's been some speculation amongst fans that Stephanie might come first and therefore she will challenge Roxanne first. I don't believe that. I believe Stephanie is going to come in and she's going to go after the North American title, if not just attack the women's division as a whole. I think they're saving Roxanne for Julia, which was the original plan. It was always supposed to be Julia against Roxanne Perez. That's not changing, I don't think. Julia will come in as the babyface and she will challenge Roxanne. I believe Stephanie Vaquer will probably come in as more of a heel or a tweener, and she'll go after the entire women's division, and ultimately she might challenge Kalani Jordan for her title. I think that's how they're handling it. But I like this. I really like how they're setting this up. They're making her a big deal. Back-to-back weeks, they said her name. Roxanne said it, Kalani Jordan said it, and now these 3 women are watching her tape, talking about how good she is. So they're really doing a good job hyping her up. So when she comes up at the Great American Bash, potentially, on night 1 or night 2, maybe night 2, it's going to be a big deal for the company. And the audience has been conditioned to believe, oh, she's strong, she's talented, and she's a force to be reckoned with. If you listen to what Roxanne Perez said in her promo, this is the I think it's very telling if you're paying attention. She actually said, when she was mocking the fans, when she was mocking what they were saying online, she said what the fans were saying was that she had to worry about Julia. She said, when Julia shows up, I'm going to be in trouble. And then she said, Stephanie Vaquer is going to show up and she's going to be a problem for the women's division. So Julia was specific to her. She made sure, like, she's not freestyling out there. The promo was, when Julia shows up, Roxanne will be in trouble. So she's very clearly being specific about Julia and her. And then with Stephanie Vaquer, she said, women's division will be in trouble, right? So I believe it's targeted here. I think it's purposeful and it's very structured. Roxanne, Julia, that is the match. And I don't think that they would have these 3 here talking about Stephanie if she's going to go after Roxanne right away, right? I think Julia has been saved for Roxanne. And the reason why they're talking about these 3 talking about her now, because these 3 will be dealing with her more so than Roxanne, right? That's what I think. It just makes more sense from a storytelling perspective to have these 3 talking about Stephanie. If Roxanne was going to be coming after Stephanie, or Stephanie going after Roxanne rather, I think this scene would be structured differently. This scene would be structured so Roxanne will walk in and say, what are you guys talking about? What are you guys watching? Oh, forget about her. Screw Stephanie, blah, blah, blah. That's how I think this scene would be structured if Roxanne was going to be her next opponent, right? If she's going to come in and go after Roxanne, this scene would be structured differently. You would have Roxanne walk in and say, stop talking about her. Who cares? Blah, 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 right? I think. So I believe, again, like the original plan was, that's what everybody believes. That's what the reports were. Julia is coming in for Roxanne. That's the plan, not Stephanie. I don't know when Stephanie is going to come in. If she comes in during, if she debuts, by debut, I mean if she just shows up on screen for the Great American Bash, you would think that she'll come in night 2. Because I believe the setup here is Kalani Jordan will face Tatum Paxley on night 2 of the Great American Bash. And if that's the case, and you want her to challenge Kalani, then you have her show up on the night 2. If she shows up on night 1, then you're telling the entire audience that she's going after Roxanne Perez, which would probably be a mistake if that's not what you're doing, right? If that's not what you're trying to do, She should come in on night 2, not night 1. But again, this is all speculation. Anything can happen. I just believe that Stephanie will not be challenging Roxanne Perez because Stephanie's not losing, right? Based on this hype up, based on this reading the tea leaves, she's going to come in as a force. So if she faces Roxanne, she has to win. And then what are you going to do? You're going to do Roxanne out of the picture with Julia and Stephanie going head to head right away? That doesn't ring true to me. I don't buy that. I think they're going to keep Stephanie and Julia separate and have Julia challenge Roxanne and Stephanie go after everyone else, ultimately leading to Kalani Jordan, who called her name out the week prior. That makes sense? Yep, Julia will be a babyface. I think Stephanie should be a heel or a tweener. That's what I think. And she screams heel. She's been a heel her entire... She was a heel in the Mercedes Moné program, which was weird, because Mercedes is a natural heel, right? But she was a heel there. She's a heel when she faces Stardom talent against Azumi, against Julia. She was a heel. She's a heel. She's always been a heel. So bring her in as a heel. She'd be a badass heel that the fans like to root for, I'm sure. I'm sure the fans will like her, but she's a heel. Bring her in as a heel. That's what she is. And Julia will be the babyface of the company. Why bring in 2 babyfaces like that? It doesn't make any sense. Like, let's put our booking hats on for a second. You got Roxanne already there, who's a heel. Got Julia, you got Stephanie. Why bring them both in as a top babyface? Doesn't make any sense. You bring one as a heel, which will be Stephanie, I think. You bring in Julia as the babyface. It makes too much sense. How long does Stephanie and Julia stay in NXT? As long as they need them. Again, I believe NXT will be a third brand anyway on CW. I think Stephanie will get called up first. No, that sounds weird, but I think Stephanie will be called up first because I think the WWE want to go to Mexico or South America next year, and you want her to be on that card. So if that's the case, if they're going to go to Mexico, they're going to want Stephanie Vaquer as on the card for marketing, and because she's so damn good. So I think Stephanie will be called up after Stand and Deliver in the draft, because I think they're going to South America and she's so damn good. Why hold her down there? So I think Stephanie will get called up first, actually, and Julia might stay a little longer because they want her to be the face of NXT for a while. And then they'll transition to maybe Thea Hale being the face. That makes sense. Roxanne will get called up immediately after losing, I think. Yeah, there's different ways you can go. But yeah, I think Stephanie gets called up first because I think they're really wanting to do a South American or Mexican PLE next year. So Stephanie will be the face of that. I think. I'm speculating here. I don't know. I think. So yeah, what a time to be a wrestling fan, folks. I mean, you got Julia, Stephanie, Delta coming to NXT, all 3. And people are hating on the NXT brand. Come on, look at that lineup. Look at those women. It's too stacked. It's just too everything. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be good, folks. Good time. Very good time to be a wrestling fan. Let me pull up that image real quick. Let me see if I can find it. That image of Roxanne and the 3 of them. Let me see if I can find it. It should be right about here. Here it is. Funny, right? Funny. I jokingly said, this is hilarious. I jokingly said that Roxanne might be better going straight. Why? Just in kayfabe, let's say you're acknowledging all of kayfabe. Let's say everything that's happening in Marigold, in CMLL, and Riot City, let's say it's all kayfabe, right? Well, Julia just came back from an injury, right? Her wrist injury, and she lost every match in Marigold, right? So in kayfabe, if you're acknowledging everything, you say, well, she might be better off going after freaking Julia, because Julia can't buy a win for whatever reason. She's 0-4 in Marigold anyway. So, but obviously she'd be booked differently. Obviously a different company. But in jokingly, I said in kayfabe, Julia's losing all her matches in Marigold, and she came back from injury, so you might well go after Julia. But yeah, this is funny. Again, I don't think all 3 of them will be presented the same way, at the same level at first. I think Delta will come in a little bit undercard and move her way up later on. But Stephanie and Julia, straight to the top. Straight to the top. Roxanne Perez, she's been crying a lot. She cried last night about Thea Hill's sit-down interview. Where's my sit-down interview? It's working. I'll admit, her heelish complaining is getting annoying, which is what's supposed to be. Good job, Roxanne. I was annoyed with her complaining last night. Like, she complains about everything. Good job. Good job. What do you guys think about what's happening right now in NXT with these women? Roxanne will run for her life. She may try to, I think she'll try to stand up to Julia, actually. I think she's that cocky at this point. She really believes she's a prodigy. She didn't run from Jordynne Grace. She won't run from Julia. She'll just lose, but she won't run. If you don't run from Jordynne Grace, you're not gonna run from Julia. Julia's not that imposing from a physical standpoint, but she will lose. Yeah, NXT has good booking. Roxanne will go to Raw or SmackDown. I think she loses. She blames, she'll blame, why am I blanking on her name? Ava. I almost said Anna. She'll blame Ava for the loss. You brought her here. You've been working against me. I'm out of here, right? She'll probably go to Raw is probably the best way because they're 3 hours. But then Kiana James is not being used. But I would say Raw. She'll be used though. She'll be used because she's the former champion. She'll be used. But I would say Raw. That's where she should go. Maybe feud with she had feuds there with Lyra Valkyria. So that'll work right away. If she stays heel. What are your thoughts on people saying Julia ain't good in the ring? Mainly AW fans are saying that. Okay. So let's take it. I'm gonna give you guys an honest take on Julia in ring. She is good. She's a very good wrestler. Is she Io Sky? No. Is she Asuka in her prime? No. She's not there. She's not that. She's a good wrestler. I would say she's maybe a little bit more athletic than a Becky. So she's a good worker with a bit more. Think about where Becky is athletically. She's a bit more than that, maybe a little bit more than that. So she can move, she can work. Is she a great in-ring wrestler? No, she's not great. She's good with a great look. But because of that, she is in the position she is now because she looks like a superstar. She looks like a superstar. Is she a better wrestler than Stephanie? No, she's not on that level. She's not on the same level as Zari or Io or Asuka in her prime. She's not there. She's good enough. I don't want to make it seem like she's not good or she's okay. She's a good wrestler. She's good. She is a good wrestler. She's just not S tier. Okay. She'd be an A tier, right? She'd be right in line with the Baileys and the Beckys, right in there. But she's not Io. She's not Bianca. She's not a Charlotte Flair. She's not that. She's just not that, which is fine. You will see. I guarantee you, when she wrestles Roxanne Perez, Roxanne will have a point to prove. And I think folks will come out of that match saying, oh my God, Roxanne really looked better than Julia. Because I think Roxanne will have a point to prove in that match. And she's going to be cooking. She's like, okay, Julia's coming in here. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about out of character. Like the actual Roxanne Perez, real Roxanne, right? She's going to be like, I have a point to prove here. I'm going to show you guys what I'm about. Kind of similar to Stephanie against Mercedes Moné. Mercedes Moné was the top draw or the A side of that match. What happened? Stephanie went out there and cooked. Everybody said, wow, Stephanie looked better than Mercedes. I think Roxanne Perez is going to come out in that match to prove a point. She's going to show up and show out. And the talking point, because I know how the internet works. The talking point will be Roxanne Perez outperformed Julia. Guaranteed. Write it down right now. Write it down. That's what's going to happen. But Julia is a good wrestler. She's good. I've seen dozens of her matches at this point. She's good. She has that presence. She has that star power. She has that aura. And that is like, take that and match it with a good wrestler. It's just superstar. But she's not amazing. She's not Io. No, she's not Io. Because I think that's what people are expecting. They're expecting like a Io Sky showing up. No, that's not what you're getting. That athleticism is not there. Not there. But she's good. I want to make it clear, she is a good wrestler. It really is. What else we got here? Julia would teach Roxanne. She will teach her a lesson. She will. She won that match. And she's going to work stiff. And that's why they said Roxanne Perez has been working stiff in preparation for Julia. But I would not be surprised one bit if Roxanne, the talking point is Roxanne looked better than her in the ring. I would not be surprised one bit. In fact, I'm expecting it. Thea Hale is underrated. She is. I like Thea Hale a lot. Thea Hale was the face of that company after Julia leaves, I think. I think it's going to be Thea Hale's show. Can you see a Sari return? I cannot, unfortunately. Sari, and if you don't know who Sari is, because I say every time there are folks in this stream that are not familiar with what's going on over there, that's why I repeat myself a lot, because I always assume that there's going to be folks that are watching my stream for the first time that maybe don't know who Sari is. Sari is the champion of Marigold right now. She's one of the best Joshis in the world. She's one of the best in Japan right now. And a lot of people say she's the Joshi of the year. And she's the champion right now, Marigold, and she's very, very good. Another person who's better than Julia is Sari, in my opinion, in the ring. Will she ever go to WWE again? I don't think so, because I think she's enjoying her run in Japan. She does her own shows. She got her own promotion. Not her own promotion, but she runs her own shows. She's working with Marigold. She's working, what's the name of the damn company that, Seedling, that Nanani started? Nanai? I say Nanai. She's working her own promotions. She's doing a whole bunch of different promotions over there. She had a lot of work in Japan, and I don't think she's in any rush to go to WWE, considering all the work she's got. She got a lot of stuff on her plate. A lot of different. Oh, she's double champion over there right now. Yeah, a lot of stuff. I don't see it. Could I see a Royal Rumble appearance? I would love to see that. Sari at the Royal Rumble, yes. A official, like, full-on WWE superstar. I don't know. Maybe. How old is Sari? Like, I think she's in her 20s. Maybe down the line. Maybe. She had nothing bad to say about WWE. She hasn't said anything bad. She's 28. So yeah, it's possible. I could see maybe early 30s she goes over, have maybe one run. I would love to see. She's amazing. She's awesome in ring. She's one of my favorite wrestlers right now. She's great. They had her. Now that is a fumble. Okay? People talk about WWE fumbling. Sari is a fumble, okay? They had her. In NXT, but it was just a very bad time. Okay? A very, very bad time for her when Triple H was gone, Regal was gone, NXT was starting up 2.0, pandemic era. It was just a very bad time for her to be over there. Very bad time for Japanese wrestlers in general to be in NXT. And she left when her contract expired. But yeah, I would love to see her in WWE one day, but I just don't see it anytime soon. Too much work in Japan. Again, she's all over the place. Heedling, doing different promotions. Like, just so much stuff over there for her right now. Don't see it. But maybe down the line. Maybe. Roxanne said in her interview that she's been getting trained by Randy Orton. Randy Orton been training up Roxanne? That's cool. If Lyra and Roxanne have a feud on the main roster, I could see Kaden Carter and Katana backing up Lyra. I can see that as well. All right, so that's to talk about the three heading to NXT. Looking forward to Julia, Stephanie, and Delta making their way to Orlando. Is there any doubt? I said this on Twitter. Is there any doubt that WWE has the most talent? I'm not talking about booking. I'm not talking about booking of how much time to get on TV. If you're looking at the entire WWE roster for the women's division, is there any doubt that they have the number one division when you add Stephanie, Julia, and Delta at this point, right? Not to mention Io, Bianca, Charlotte, Becky, Bayley, all this great talent. Is it any wonder? Now, I'm not going to argue if you say Stardom, because again, I don't follow Stardom close enough. I know what's happening at the top of the storylines. I know about Saya, and I know about Mayu. I know all about what's going on with the faction warfare over there. That I know, but I'm not following it enough to know about Lady C and all these talent. I know about Uzumi, the high speed champ, the high speed queen. I know what's going on at the top of the card for the most part. But I don't know what's going on mid card and the other talent, the young talent. So I can't speak on how good Stardom talent is relative to WWE. So if you're watching both and you say Stardom is better, sure. But beyond that, I'm not trying to hear it. I'm not trying to hear AEW. I don't care. I'm not trying to hear it. WWE women's roster, in terms of just talent, talking strictly talent, I think is number one in America, in North America. And if you want to argue world, you want to bring up Stardom, I can't fight you yet, because I'm not really that familiar with all the roster of Stardom. Okay, I'm just familiar with the big names for the most part. Momo Watanabe, Mina Shirakawa. I know the big names. I know how they Tam Nakano. I know how they wrestle. I'm familiar with them, but just not the rest of the roster. So I'm actually a big fan of Starlight Kid as well. Got a lot of good talent over there. So I can't really speak to how much better it is or how. Yeah, I can't really compare it until I decide to dive into it, which I probably won't anytime soon because there's way too much to catch up on. And between watching, I'm watching AEW, I'm watching TNA, I'm watching WWE, I'm watching Mario Gold. To add Stardom, oh boy, I don't know about that one, Chief. Or you were talking Star Power, that's a little different. But I'm just talking about pure talent. I can't speak to it yet. All right, let's move on. Let's throw in a little break here and let's move on to the next topic. Talk about that way longer than I thought I was going to talk about. Wow, 43 minutes. Wow. Let's move on to the next topic here. That's going to be Jey Uso and his damn dad. Let's talk about that now. So, break. So you didn't know, Rikishi has something to say about his son, Jey Uso's booking. I thought it was very, very interesting. By interesting, I mean stupid. It was quite dumb. But we're gonna listen to it here. Basically, Rikishi said, let me just play it. Screw it. Let me play it. I'm gonna play it.
I'll tell you one thing, man. I got
let me make sure this audio is working properly. It is. Okay, cool. Let's play it.
about. I'll tell you one thing, man. I got hairs on the back of my neck every time I watch it. Not okay. SummerSlam. Where is he? Let's go. I don't know. Let's write him in that he likes mommy. Mommy, that's the best that those writers got. Let's write this guy into a relationship with mommy. What y'all trying to do? Break his marriage up? Y'all can't put him in a good storyline, so what you gonna do now? God forbid you guys try to tell him or tell her tongue kiss each other on Raw. That better not happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, there's so much that, when it comes to the bloodline, man, this is what gets me going. This is why I tell the bloodline, when people talk about the bloodline, oh, we tired of the bloodline. You can be tired all you want for a few years, right? But we've been going through this for 75 plus years, right? You don't think we tired? But we the type of people, we tired, but we keep coming back. We keep finding solutions, not excuses, solutions. And the solutions need to be the best you can be in that squared circle. Otherwise, if we're not over in the squared circle, move us out.
I was just going to say that. Aren't you pretty much telling others to step up, be better than you?
100%. 100%. If you can put asses in seats, if you can knock those merchandise sales out, if you can bring up WWE's revenue, TKO's revenue, if the bloodline is not that anymore, I get it. I get it, y'all. Go ahead and just knock it then. But you cannot You cannot knock the bloodline that's been holding professional wrestling company as WWE on their backs for the last 4 to 5, 6 years now. And they still holding it without the main guy there. Who's the main guy? Roman's mother Reigns. Come on. Y'all can write that. Write that. Because when he does come back, you better have enough armored trucks to fill up that bank account for WWE. TKO. Have enough. Because this man here is just going to sell out everywhere. Everywhere and anywhere throughout the world that WWE puts him to. Right? That's not to mention the Usos when they come back. That's not to mention maybe another bloodline member, possibly may be able to drive up in a black Lincoln. I'll leave it at that, damn it.
That was the first time I heard that entire clip. That might be the dumbest shit I've heard come out of a wrestler's mouth in quite some time. That kind of shit is like something you hear from like an internet mark who doesn't understand the business. But it wasn't from an internet mark. It's from somebody that's supposed to be knowledgeable about the business saying that nonsense. Let's start with the whole breaking up of marriage. What? Rikishi, you sound like an internet mark. Newsflash, Jey Uso is not your son's real name. He's playing a character on screen. This is a television show. The notion that Jey Uso being in a romantic relationship with Rhea will ruin his marriage is preposterous. If that's the case, Jey Uso has other problems. Okay? This is a character in a show. Do you watch TV or a play or a movie and you think, boy, that actor's kissing that girl, I wonder how the wife feels at home? No. So what the hell are you talking about? Why is it like this in wrestling? It's only in wrestling that we have these type of conversations. It's fiction. So why in the hell are you watching a performer and thinking about the wifey at home or the husband at home? Why is it only in wrestling? We don't do that in any type of fiction. When you're watching Game of Thrones, you think, oh my God, that sex scene. Think about the children at home, but think about the wife. No, you think, oh, they're putting on performance. They're actors. So why is it like that with wrestling? It's more so with the fans. The fans do that all the time. Like, oh my God, how does Buddy feel about Rhea Ripley kissing Dom? So basically, Rhea Ripley can't be an actor or of any profession or any type of fiction where there's any type of fiction going on because the husband will be upset. Like, what are we talking about? It only happens in wrestling. It only happens in wrestling. Make it make sense. Is it because of the sense or the perception that it's real? It's real to me, brother. It's real to me. It's all real to me. No, there's no kayfabe here. Is that that perception from back in the day where the character is an actual person? No, it's not the case, okay? Her name is not actually Rhea Ripley. Her name is Demi, okay? That's her real name. She's from Australia. She doesn't walk around saying, this is my brutality, okay? She doesn't walk around with goth makeup all the time, okay? It's a character. His name is not Jey Uso, Joshua Fatu. Wake up. I thought it was just the fans. I thought the fans were just dumbasses. But Rikishi thinks that the wife at home or the significant other is going to be upset by his acting. Why is it only in wrestling? Why? And it's coming from Rikishi, who should know better. That is the stupidest shit I've heard come out of a wrestler's mouth in a while. Talking about his wife, the marriage. Like, what are you talking about? It's only in wrestling. It's only in wrestling where the actors are in trouble at home for kissing the other actress or performer. Rhea is married. Dom is married. Even if they weren't, who give a shit? They're playing a character. Unless you're telling me that Jey Uso's significant other cannot handle him being in any type of role, whether that be in a movie or television or wrestling. That's one thing. She has a problem with any type of acting. Jey Uso, you want to be Joshua Fatu. That's a real actual name. He's playing a damn character. Hey Joshua, you want to be an actor? No, sirree. Could a wife have a problem with it? Fine. I can understand that. That's an issue she might have, but I understand that if it applies across the board. But it seems like it's only a wrestling thing where the performers have to walk on eggshells because the wife at home or the husband at home. Why is it like that? Again, I think it goes back to the whole perception or this idea or this sense that wrestling's real and the real people. No, they're playing characters. Her name is not Charlotte Flair. Her name is Ashley, okay? When she's in the gym, don't walk up to her and say, I'm going to talk to Charlotte Flair, woo. It's a real actual person who's working out. Leave her alone in the gym, okay? You're not going to put you in a figure 4 leg lock. These are performers. And I thought a wrestler like Rikishi would have some damn sense. Okay, let's put that aside. Let's talk about his whole, they're fumbling Jey Uso basically. Jey Uso has gotten the most shine. He main evented last Raw, last night, or 2 nights ago, he main evented. Great reception, great merch, great presentation. What are you talking about? Oh, by the way, the reason why your boy, Roman Reigns is so in a great position right now because of booking, because of creative, because the man was saying succotash not too long ago, right? He was getting dog food dumped on him and people were booing him, right? He's good now because of creative, because of the push, because of his damn name and his damn legacy and the family he's from, right? You want to be real about it. He's given every opportunity in the world because of his family, which is fine. He's good and he took the ball and he ran with it. I'm not hating. I don't care about stuff like that if the person is actually performing. Now, if he sucked and he kept getting opportunity after opportunity, that'd be one thing if he was bad, but he's good and he made the most of it. And booking and creative has pushed him and gave him good creative and get the tribal chief, and therefore it's popular, therefore it sells merch. This notion that Jey Uso is being they're not really capitalizing on him, or they're not taking him seriously, or the ball has been dropped, or they need to do a better job investing in the family because they've been working and shut the hell up. That your family and all of them, like the lot of them has been set up to succeed, and it will continue to be set up to succeed. So I'm not really concerned about your belief in the WWE's taking like, they've done everything they can to promote Jey Uso beyond give him the belt. That's what you're talking about, really. That's the conversation about the belt. Oh, he's not in a top storyline. Boo-hoo. The man invented WrestleMania. Let me calm down, okay? This man main evented WrestleMania. They gave him a match against his brother at WrestleMania as well. Shut up. Like shut up. Like, he's fine. He's fine. Oh my God. Listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. Oh, if you don't want to give us the opportunity, then we'll leave. Basically, that's what he's insinuating. Like, we'll go somewhere else. Shut the hell up, Rikishi. You sound like a dumbass. Like, you sound worse than LeVar Ball. Like, this is like, I get it. It's your son. Like you make LeVar Ball sound like a genius. Like the way you talk about the Ball brothers, LeVar, and the way he talks about LaMelo and his brothers. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like, that's unbelievable. Like, I don't know how you feel. You can print that. You sound like a moron. You sound like a colossal idiot. Leave Jey Uso alone. Stop talking about your son's booking because people are going to think it's coming from him. That's a problem. They think he's been talking to you and you were expressing his concerns. Now they're going to think he's upset with his booking, which is absolutely ridiculous based on how he's being presented. That is the dumbest thing I've heard coming from a wrestler in quite some time. That's embarrassing. Man's getting big pops, big everything. He's crying about his booking. Like, I don't want to hear it. He's going to be, we'll talk about Jey Uso in a second. The man's clearly going to be working with Sami Zayn, right? He's clearly going to be, I think they're going to be setting up a tag team run with him and Sami, which will ultimately lead to him going to the bloodline with Sammy because they're already pairing them together. If you watched Raw last night, they pinned the tag team champions. So there's like a relationship they're putting together with Jay and Sammy. They're bringing that back together. Sami Zayn will lose the IC title, and he'll go with Jay as a tag team, which will then put them together in a way that'll make it natural for them both to then join the bloodline storyline, right? They're putting Sammy and Jay together to ultimately transition them together to the Roman Reigns bloodline storyline. Can you imagine Sammy and Jay together walking up to Roman and Jimmy to join them as they take on the bad bloodline? I think that's coming, and it's starting now by bringing Sammy and Jay together last night in that tag team match. That's what you gotta look forward to. I don't want to hear any complaining or crying about Jey Uso. The man main evented WrestleMania. The man has got his match against his brother. He won it entire life. I want a singles match. It was terrible. Maybe that's not his fault. Maybe it's the bad producing of the match, but he got that shit. I don't want to hear it. That family's getting opportunity after opportunity, chance after chance. They're all over the place. They're all over the damn. He got the damn poster. The damn Money in the Bank poster with Jey Uso. Shut the hell up, Rikishi. Please. That is embarrassing. Okay. Sorry about that. That was the first time I heard that clip all the way through. Man, that sounds bad. What? Shut up. That's annoying. I hate seeing not like an internet mark. Something somebody on the internet would say that's stupid. You've been in the business. His wife at home, his marriage, kissing Rhea Ripley. Shut the hell up. He didn't kiss Dom, and she's not gonna kiss Jey Uso. Well, kiss, I mean tongue, like tongue action. That's not gonna happen, all right? Shut up. Ugh. Anyway, my bad. Let's move on to the next topic. Oh, wow. That was annoying. I wonder what the response has been to that tweet. I didn't really read the tweet's responses to that. Let me read what some of the responses were real quick. Where is that tweet? I already lost it. No. Already lost it. Oh, well. But yeah, that's crazy. Anyway, let's move on. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. But yeah, I think Sammy and Jay will ultimately, they may even get the tag titles, but I think they're putting them together for the sake of having them be together when they pull them over together for the Bloodline storyline. I think Jay and Sammy will join up with Roman and Jimmy. Can you imagine that reunion? All coming full circle. All of it coming full circle with Sammy looking Roman right in his eyes and actually wanting to help along with Jay. That's be a great storyline that he's going to be in. That your son Rikishi will be in. A great storyline. A full circle one. Let's move on to another idiot here in a second. Let me put up this cover real quick. Take a quick break so I know where to put the damn ad. We have one stupid comment to another one. Here we have our good friend Tony Khan. Tony Khan feels that he would love to have a joint show with the WWE. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and play that clip for you guys instead of actually listening to the shit. So here's the clip of Tony Khan, the Khan man, talking about wanting to possibly having a super show with WWE.
As a wrestling fan, I can't let you go without. I have to ask you this question. You know, fans want to see the two biggest companies at some point maybe do something together. Do you ever foresee any way in the next, I'm not saying next year or anything, but do you ever see a situation where we could get these two big companies together and put together some type of super show, which, let's just be honest, all fans would really, truly love to see?
I would love if that were possible. I don't know that it is, but it would be great if it was possible for the fans. I think that would be wonderful, but there are a lot of challenging
yeah, I'm sure.
business things in the world of pro wrestling that I think would make that a very challenging thing to do.
And that's just the fan of me having asked that question. As a wrestling fan, I can't let you.
A lot of business things, huh? A lot of business? Hey, dumbass, you went on national television and called them the Harvey Weinstein of pro wrestling. That's what you said. So let's put that, let's put our thinking hats on for a second. Why would you even want to work with the Harvey Weinstein of pro wrestling, right? Why would you want to work with that evil company? First of all, right? If you feel that way, and you have any actual morals or any damn dignity, why would you actually want to work with that company? That evil, despicable company? Why? It's number one. So basically what you're admitting is that thing, when you said that, you're just trying to take a shot, you're being a jackass. Okay, fine. Well then, live it out. Live it out. You call them the Harvey Weinstein of pro wrestling? Okay, well then treat them like that. Don't want to work with them. Why would you want to work with them? Like, that doesn't make any sense, right? That's number one. Number two, why would WWE want to work with you anyway? That doesn't benefit them at all. From a business standpoint, they're making good business. Only helps you guys. It only helps you guys. So the fans, sure, the fans are happy, I'm sure. Yeah, sure, for the fans. But for you guys stand to benefit from that the most. Tony Khan's a clown. He's a clown. And on one breath, he says that they're the Harvey Weinstein of pro wrestling. On the other hand, he wants to work with him for a super show, but the business will be like, there's business to go down. Like, dude, shut up. You're full of crap. You're all over the place. If you ever wanted to work with WWE at all, if you ever wanted to make that happen, you don't make the moves you did. Okay? You're mad that WWE, you're mad that they reached out to your talent to see if they could get out of their contract. Fine. But then you went and called them the Harvey Weinstein of pro wrestling and said more shit than that. Okay? Live with it. Live it out. Eat it. Accept it. Don't try to come on TV and said, oh, yeah, I'd love to make it happen. No, you cannot. No, you don't. Okay. Or at least that's not what you said. So pick a side. Either you want to work with them one day or you think they're evil. Not both. We're crying out loud. Tony Khan, you're full of crap. Can't take the guy seriously. Let me look at some of these comments. Exactly. Bro, take a shot at WWE. Now he said you want to work. We love to do a super show. Exactly. Make up your mind. Take shots 1 second. The next second, oh, let's do a super show if we can make the business work. Get out of here. He's the one making it challenging. Agreed. If anything, he's the little brother here, okay? When the big brother is WWE, you don't want to take shots at them. Look at TNA. TNA made it happen. You could have made it happen in some way had you taken the different approach, I believe. But you wanted to challenge them and take them on. He called it a war. He said they're in a war with WWE. Well, you're in a war. Why'd you want to work with the enemy? They're the enemy, right? They're the war. It's a war. So make up your mind. Suck a moron. Full of crap. WWE will be doing charity work at that point. 6-hour shows. Yeah, exactly. The Harvey Weinstein. Exactly. People know. I'm not the only one. Called him the Harvey Weinstein of pro wrestling. But I'd love to make it happen for the fans. Please shut up. Who goes over? Who cares? It's not happening anytime soon. Because why would it? The only way it could ever happen if Tony Khan left the company, honestly. He's such a child. Would it end tribalism? It might. But Tony Khan is going to keep Tony Khaning anyway, so it doesn't matter. You keep making all these stupid matches. This fantasy booking, it doesn't matter. Cody versus Will Ospreay, Seth against Kenny Omega, AJ Styles and Finn Balor against the Young Bucks, Rhea Ripley against Mercedes Moné. Pretty sure you've seen something like that already. I think they've actually touched each other. They have in WWE anyway. Drew McIntyre against Bryan Danielson, CM Punk, Adam Cole, whatever. Roman against John Moxley. Okay, this guy sucks. Get John Moxley out of here. Sorry. Yeah, this is all stupid. Like, Tony Khan's a dumbass. Don't say stupid shit if you want to one day work with said company, or if you hope to make it happen for the fans. He's just talking on his ass. No matter how you look at it, with either the first line was bullshit, about the Harvey Weinstein shit, either that was dumb, or this shit is bullshit. However you slice it, tomato, no matter how you cook it, Tony Khan's full of shit. I think. Jon Moxley, exactly. Who cares? He's a clown. Pure sign of desperation. There's no incentive for them to do it. They would absolutely pass on it. For sure, they would pass on it. And I doubt in my mind that Tony Khan would. There'd be like, there's no benefit for them doing it. It's not happening. It's a wrap. Especially not with Tony Khan at the helm. All right, let's move on to the next topic. Here in a second, take a quick break. All right, what are we talking about next? I believe we're talking about, center this mic. I believe we're talking, yeah, Tony Khan's such a hypocrite. Yeah, he is. Let's talk a little bit about Raw, because I didn't get a chance to talk about Raw. Raw is kicking SmackDown's ass. It really, really is. I mean, Raw is the best wrestling show of the week. It really is the best wrestling show that's out. Better than SmackDown, better than NXT, better than AEW. It is the best wrestling show that I've watching. Can't speak to any other show, but it's the best. I watch TNA, so this is the best wrestling show for me. It's just so good. They got to do something with the creative team, man. Somehow, I don't know if they can do both shows, Raw and SmackDown, but it's a clear difference, right? It's a clear difference. They're doing innovative stuff, doing interesting stuff in Raw. I'm gonna talk about it here in a second. There's so many things they're trying and it's working really well. All the innovation and cool stuff is happening on Raw. Well, SmackDown seems stale and generic and regular, and there's SmackDown's not trying anything, not pushing the envelope. Raw is trying some new stuff. It looks amazing. The production, the way it's structured, the segments is all so damn good. Yeah, that's why I want Maya. That's why I wanted Bianca on Raw. I knew this was gonna happen. I just knew it was gonna happen. I knew it. I wanted Bianca on Raw because they have more time, and it just looks like they're really putting in the work over there. So we had the opening here with Damian Priest and Gunther. Great segment. Gunther comes out there, calls the fans a bum. A true heel. I appreciate Gunther so much. He wants to be a heel. He embraces the heel role. It helps Damian Priest so much. Damian Priest got the biggest reaction he ever got. Big time babyface reaction for Damian Priest. I'm invested. I'm really actually invested in this. I'm rooting for Damian. Beyond, like, sometimes we're smart fans. We're so smart. We just talk about the booking, like, all right, what's going to happen here or there? Like, how's this going to end? No, I'm actually invested in this. I actually want, from a character perspective, I actually want Damian Priest to win this. That does a lot, especially for me. That's hard to do. As somebody that's really talking about the wrestling business, really like diving into the creative, I'm actually invested in the storyline. Like beyond like analyzing the writing, I want the character here. I want Damian Priest to win. So I did a really good job with this story here in a short amount of time because of the work that Gunther is doing and the work Damian Priest is doing in creative, okay? It's amazing what creative can do. It's amazing what good booking can do to a story. It can make you care. And that's what's happening here. I care about the storyline. I want Damian to win. I want him to win. You got that good storyline going on. Of course, you got the Rhea Dom stuff. So let's talk about that for a second. So Rhea Ripley so I said that Yeet thing on Twitter. I said that the Yeet thing was not canon when what's her face asked Rhea Ripley if Jay had her number, and she said Yeets. I thought that wasn't canon, but apparently it is canon. It is canon. So okay. Dom asked her about it. Say, what's up with that whole Yeet thing on social media? Like you're joking around? Did you actually give Jay Uso your number? She said she's joking. She also said she's watching his socials and she saw how he was interacting with Liv Morgan, which is all great. So all the stuff happening online is all in the storyline. Cool. I'm good with that. Now that I know that, awesome. So we had that. We also had the moment where, here's the thing. I don't know if this is actually the case, but I think, because when he's walking down the hallway with Finn Balor points him in the direction and said, okay, you go check down there. I'm gonna go this way, you go that way. When he points in that direction, Dom goes there and Liv Morgan is waiting for him. I'm wondering, is Liv working with Finn Balor right now and he knew she was gonna be there and he intentionally sent Dom down that path? I don't know. Do you remember that scene? He points her in that direction. And I'm wondering, did he know Liv was waiting for him down there? Like, did Finn know that Liv was there? Is he trying to get Dom to turn on Rhea Ripley? Is he trying to set up Dom? I don't know. I thought it was a very interesting story beat to have Finn Balor tell him, go check that way. And 5 seconds later, hey, Dom, is it intentional? Did Finn know Liv was there? Or am I thinking too hard? Maybe I am. Maybe I'm just thinking too hard about it. But it seems very convenient that Finn sent him that direction and Liv was waiting. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm going to say. Very convenient. But it could just be like a storytelling thing. So maybe it's not, maybe I'm looking too into it. Maybe it's not that serious. Okay. But again, good storyline, good build. This ran the entire length of the show. So then we have, because then they cut back to freaking Judgment Day here, and Carlito gives it away, because Rhea's like, while they were fighting Jey Uso, what the hell were you doing, Finn and Dom? And Carlito says, maybe we should ask Liv. Carlito is great. He's great in his damn storyline. Also, talking about Carlito, he's just like, he goes with the wind. He has no actual like opinion on anything. Because when Finn Balor said we gotta go after Jey Uso and take him out for good, what's his face? JD Madonna says, yeah, we gotta smash him. And Carlito's like, yeah, we gotta smash him. And Rhea's like, no, that's stupid. We don't want no war. And then Carlito's like, yeah, we don't want no war. We don't want no war. So he's like going back and forth. He doesn't have an opinion on anything. Whatever someone says, he agrees with it. I thought it was hilarious. Yeah, we should smash him. No, we don't want no war. We don't want no war. You listen to Carlito, if you actually listen to what he's saying, it's freaking hilarious every time. He has no actual opinion on anything. He goes with the wind. That's hilarious. But anyway, Rhea Ripley drags Dom to the damn ring. And it had its great, talking about how good Raw is right now. Raw is just so goddamn good. Look at this. Who came up with this idea? Brilliant idea to come up with this damn split screen. So we see Dominic talking to Liv at the same time and see their reactions simultaneously. I never thought about that. So smart. Like I said, Raw is doing innovative stuff. They're doing smart stuff. I never would have thought about doing this, but it's great to have the split screen here to see her reaction in real time. Great. My goodness. Great. So good. Raw is killing it. They're being smart. They're being innovative. They're being cool. SmackDown is boring and bland and it's dumb. But Raw is cooking, man. Like, it's so good. Like, the direction, the production is all really good, man. And of course, Liv Morgan showing off the short shorts, which I thought was a great segment by Liv. Liv Morgan is killing it. People have called me a Liv Morgan hater for years. Liv Morgan is doing great. She's perfect in this role. She's killing it. I'm loving what she's doing. Dominic Mysterio yells at Liv Morgan. She goes off crying. And of course, Rhea Ripley licks Dom. Oh no, her husband at home. So stupid. Rikishi's a dumbass. There are actors playing roles on TV. Okay, not every actor needs to be worried about the missus or the man at home, okay? There are performers, and we would hope that their significant others are mature enough to realize they're playing a role. Her name is not Rhea Ripley, okay? Her name is Demi. She's an actor playing a role on TV, okay? So she licks Dom, she kisses Dom on the cheek, and it's all great. Dom is eventually going to break her heart. That's the storyline here, obvious. Rhea Ripley is the babyface, Dom is the heel. It will lead to Dom turning on her in some regard. Now, at SummerSlam, At SummerSlam, the question is, will Dom full on turn on her, or will there be like an accident? Will he try to help Rhea Ripley and it'll backfire, similar to when he tried to help Zelina Vega, when he tried to help Becky and it backfired? Is that going to happen? Or will it be a full on turn? I think something has to happen next week. Something has to happen next week. What do I mean by that? Well, right now, Dom, here's a problem with the storytelling. Not problem, but this is the creative issue that has to get around. Creatively, if you're trying to get around the fact that Dom has not been working with Liv Morgan, if you want us to buy that, right? If you want us to buy that Dom is genuine here, something got to happen next week. Because right now, every time we've seen Dom with Liv Morgan, right? Every time we've seen it, it's been a fly on the wall perspective, right? Fly on the wall. So the camera is not there, really, right? This is a genuine moment, right? This is a genuine fly on the wall perspective of this relationship. Dom is not, why is he lying to Liv Morgan? There's nobody there. There's no show to put on. He's being genuine here, right? He's saying, Liv Morgan, what do you want? So this is an actual genuine conversation. This isn't a performance in terms of like fooling the audience. Because again, this is a fly on the wall perspective. Difference between a fly on the wall perspective and a real actual like moment where the camera is there is when there's an interview happening. When you have somebody giving an interview, for example, Kathy Kelly, I can't remember, why am I blanking on her name anyway? When they're doing an interview, then the cameraman is there, right? So then a performance could be on display for the audience. You could be trying to fool somebody in that regard, right? When the cameraman is there with the interviewer. In this case, these are two people talking with a fly on the wall perspective. So this is not a play. They're not fooling anybody here. They're not trying to put on a performance. This is an actual genuine conversation. Jackie Redmond. Okay, yes, Jackie Redmond. If Jackie Redmond is here, then the cameraman is there, right? In kayfabe, when the interviewer is there, the cameraman is there. When there's no interviewer, this is just a fly on the wall perspective. So Dom is being honest here with Liv Morgan. This is a genuine conversation. So in order for us to believe that Dom is turning on Rhea Ripley, something's got to happen. Something's got to happen next week, I think. Maybe Jey Uso is caught in a compromising position with Rhea Ripley. Maybe Rhea Ripley is talking to Jey. Something happens, and then Dom's like, what the hell's going on? Dom gets upset. He gets upset that Rhea Ripley is talking to Jey. Something got to happen next week. I don't buy a storyline where this whole entire time, Liv Morgan has been chasing Dom around. Dom is saying, get away from me, I don't want you, get away. That's what we've seen on TV. And then for SummerSlam to be a turn and say, oh, psych, doesn't make any sense. Because again, we're seeing this unfold on TV. We're seeing these genuine conversations. So you can't just turn around and say, oh no, it's been fake. It doesn't make any sense, right? So Dom has to see something next week. If you're going to do a full-on Dom picks Liv Morgan storyline, Jey Uso got to do something next week with Rhea Ripley. And I think that's kind of the setup here. Because 2 weeks in a row, Rhea Ripley has said Jey Uso's name. 2 weeks ago, it was Jey Uso fighting Dom in the ring. And Jey Uso gives her the call me thing. Rhea Ripley's like, she laughs it off and walks away. And this week, Dom says, hey, Rhea Ripley, what's going on with Jey? It's Jey over and over again. They're bringing up Jey over and over again. So I'm assuming it's going to play a part next week. It's escalating. First, Jey Uso says, call her, ha ha ha, right? This week, Finn Balor says, oh, you're defending Jey. You're defending him now, right? So that's storyline. There's a belief that Rhea Ripley is defending or likes Jey in some regard, and she's trying to defend him. I think it has to escalate. I think next week, Rhea Ripley has to have some type of interaction with Jey that makes Dom mad. And it escalates to the point where Dom's like, you know what? Screw it. I pick Liv Morgan. If that's what you're going to do. If you're going the route of Dom picks Liv, you may not do that at SummerSlam. But if it happens at SummerSlam, you can't just have it be coming off of this. This is not enough. He's not giving into Liv Morgan on screen. Something's got to happen for me to believe that he's actually going to turn on Rhea Ripley. Because if I find out that, oh, Secretly, I've been actually with Liv. That doesn't make any sense. Again, because these conversations are genuine. These are genuine, fly on the wall conversations. So it'll be bad storytelling for us to say, oh, Dom likes Liv. No, he might like Liv. He may like her, but he has not expressed that to her on screen. So again, this is a genuine conversation. These are genuine conversations. They're not fooling anyone. This is not a cameraman is there, let's fool the audience situation. It's fly on the wall conversations. Does that make sense? So something's got to happen next week. If you want me to believe that Dom will turn on Rhea Ripley and pick Liv Morgan, something's got to happen. It could happen at SummerSlam, but I'm saying something has to happen at Raw. Something has to happen on a Go Home Raw. Let something happen. Maybe, like I said, Jey Uso does something with Rhea Ripley that pisses Dom off. Maybe Jey Uso beats Dom by accident because Rhea Ripley gets involved and he thinks she helped him win or something like that. Maybe Jey Uso and Jey Uso and Rhea Ripley are caught in a compromising position. Not like hugging or kissing or anything like that, but something's got to happen. If not, it's bullshit storytelling. You can't go from this. You can't show this, right? And then have Dom turn with nothing of substance to show. So make me believe why Dom could turn. Let me see it. Don't do anything lazy. Let me see it. You think Rhea Ripley and Priest could have a match against Liv and Finn at Bash? Dom cost Rhea Ripley there? Yeah, it can happen after SummerSlam. I think Liv Morgan is winning at SummerSlam, of course. Question is why? She's not going to beat her clean, so it'll be some type of shenanigans. Is Dom going to be involved in the shenanigans? Probably. Or you have Raquel return. And Raquel could be Liv Morgan's heater or her muscle, however you want to say it. That could be interesting. I would love that because it would mean that Raquel is back. If Raquel came back and helped Liv Morgan beat Rhea Ripley, that'd be great. Because I'd be like, all right, Raquel is back. Awesome. She's back on screen. That'd be awesome. Can you imagine Raquel and Liv Morgan in the Judgment Day once Rhea Ripley leaves? That could be awesome for Raquel. But yeah, just make it make sense. Make it make sense. Have it make sense. That's all I ask. So let's move on. Yeah, she'd be great to help Liv. Raquel in the damn Judgment Day as a muscle would be great because she actually can stand up to Rhea Ripley. We've seen it over the years. Rhea Ripley and Raquel having barn burners and Raquel getting the advantage of her in NXT. So her presence, her stature, her strength will be great for Liv Morgan going forward. And you won't have to have some dudes helping her. Because I don't know if you want to have a bunch of dudes helping Liv Morgan beat Rhea Ripley beyond Dom. So we want to have Raquel there. That could make sense to have Raquel clock Rhea Ripley. That way you don't have to have Dom punching Rhea Ripley in the face, or Finn Balor punching Rhea Ripley in the face. Again, like I said, great stuff going on with the split screen. There's great stuff from Raw. Like, I'm just loving Raw. Production team, please get Raw to lend SmackDown your creative team. Okay, whatever's going on creative, let them go over to SmackDown and help. Okay, help. Like I said before, main event, Jay and Sammy. I think they're going to be a tag team once Sammy drops the IC title to Braun Breaker. Then you have Jay and Sammy together, which makes them moving over to the Bloodline storyline. Easy transition because they will already be together. So easy transition for that. What else happened on Raw? Sister Abigail, Chad Gable got the full force of Bo Dallas this week. He delivered the Sister Abigail to Chad Gable. Chad Gable he sold that like a champ. Great selling of the Sister Abigail. Another good segment. I think SummerSlam is not going to be a showing for the White Six. I think the White Six will be after SummerSlam. SummerSlam is too crowded. There's already 7 matches. You're not going to add a Sister Abigail appearance from Alexa Bliss. You're not going to add any type of like White Six stuff. I don't think. Save that. Save that for a arena show. Because again, when you're doing a stadium, you're outside. Do you want to have the spookiness outside, or do you want to have it in a dark arena, like what we saw on Raw, right? Dark arena. You can cut off the lights. You can control the atmosphere. You can control all that when it's under a roof. A stadium show, gotta deal with the elements. I don't know if the smoke will go off well. The fog they do, is that going to work in a stadium show? It's kind of bright. Maybe, is it going to take away from the experience? Is it going to take away from the atmosphere? If you do it live in a stadium, maybe you should wait until a arena show, Bash in Berlin, something like that, to debut them in the ring, to make it more controlled, control the environment around the White Six, protect them. Don't make it look goofy by having to be outside with the sun, because everybody can see all the damn imperfections and all the you can see all the production behind this thing. We don't want to see all that. Keep it as mysterious and as well produced as you can in an arena, and not outside in the stadium. That's what I would say. Pre-show, no way. I would not do it on a pre-show. I would not do it on a pre-show. I wouldn't. I would not do that. But I'm not in that direction as well. Raw is great. Am I missing something? You got Nikki Cross thing. That was cool. That screech was crazy. That screech was crazy. I love that from Nikki Cross. Good match between Braun Breaker and Ilya Dragunov. They set up the match with Sami Zayn. Sami's got to lose. Sorry, Sami, is over. The IC title is going to Braun Breaker. Congrats, Braun. You're going to be champion right away. The first recent call up to be champion will be Braun Breaker. Congrats, Braun. You deserve it. You're awesome. You're great. I'm loving your work. Another thing on Raw, the production team has made Braun Breaker look amazing with those aerial shots up high where you see him running around the ring. Another great production choice for Raw. Raw is cooking, unlike boring, bland SmackDown. It really is a completely different experience. It's a completely different creative team for sure. Raw's cooking, man. Love to see it. Setting up the Seth Rollins. We kind of all saw this coming. Special guest referee. Seth's going to keep them in line. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how it goes. I think Drew should win. Probably. If you want to keep the Seth Rollins CM Punk stuff hot, then you have Seth Rollins count the victory for Drew. Probably. But it could go either way, but I'm leaning Drew. It's probably better for Drew to win. We got that match set up. Special guest referee for Seth Rollins. So Seth Rollins will put on the zebra costume. We'll see how that goes for him. Bianca on the pre-show? Probably. Do you want to talk about that? Do you want to talk about Bianca and Jade on the pre-show right now? Let's save that for next week. Let's save that for next week. We have a lot of time to talk about the show all together. I think it's going to be pretty rough for Bianca and Jade fans, because I think they will be on that pre-show. But let's not talk about that now. Let's be positive about Raw, okay? Let's be positive about Sonya Deville's crew. Big win for Sonya against Selena Vega? Yeah, she beat Selena Vega. But they lost to... No, they lost to Selena Vega. Yeah, Zoe Stark lost to Selena Vega. She beat Lyra Valkyria. No. Yeah. Sonya beat Lyra Valkyria. And then Zoe Stark lost to Zelina Vega. That's what happened. Jeez. That is exactly what happened. Sounds cool. Will DIY defend at SummerSlam? I doubt it. Nope. No tag team defending on the main show. I think Bianca and Jade are on the pre-show. Unfortunately. I think that's where it's headed, folks. Because they have both women matches on the card. Both singles division. Bayley, Nia, Rhea, Liv. That's 2. Will they have a third one? Probably not. That's what that's all I have to say for Raw. Good stuff all around. Best show on television for wrestling. And yeah, great. Let's move on. Do I have anything else I want to talk about? So we have the Japan shows. So this week we have WWE in Japan. I don't care about SmackDown at all. I'm more interested in these shows. These 3 shows. We have a lot of good stuff happening in Japan. Maybe Julia shows up to one of the shows, probably the last show, maybe in Tokyo. There's 2 shows in Tokyo and 1 in Osaka. Asuka will be there for 2 of the shows. The biggest show, the one that sold out in Tokyo, she will not be there. All right, some good matchups here. I'll be checking in, see some clips online, hopefully, maybe some photos, see what's going on over there. So the first show in Osaka is going to be, you'll wake up tomorrow to the results. You'll wake up to the images, because right now I believe it's happening at night in Japan, which means it'll be early tomorrow morning. You'll wake up and see all that stuff happening. So you'll wake up to the news. You'll wake up to the videos. You'll wake up to the clips. You wake up to all that stuff. Because right now, I believe it's the 25th now in Japan. It's the 25th now. So by the time, it's like early morning over there, like literally like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., something like that. So by the time they have the show in Osaka, it'll be tomorrow morning early. So if you want to wake up, you can't watch it anyway. It's not being displayed. So if you want to follow Twitter, wake up around 4, 5 a.m., maybe 3 a.m. You can follow it around then. Just wake up and look I'll just wake up and see what happens. There's nothing to see. Hopefully they record it. I hope they record their stuff, but I don't think they're going to happen. Maybe some kind soul in Japan will record the matches. But I don't think the WWE are going to be doing it. So unfortunately, I'd love for them to record it. Is Julia going to show up? She will show up. She already said she's going to show up. Will she have a match? I don't think so. Folks, I don't believe it. I think she'll have a segment, maybe an in-ring promo, maybe a, hey, Julia's here, but not an actual match. No, this is not a situation like Stephanie Vaquer. I don't trust it. I don't think it's going to happen. If you look at the roster here, Bianca, Jade, and Meiko Satomura will be going up against Io and Damage Control. Liv Morgan will be facing what? Bailey and Tiffany in like a triple threat maybe? Or to do Liv and Bailey and have Tiffany run down there for the cash in, for like the attempt to cash in. But there are not many women there to use. You have a 6-woman tag here. A 6-woman tag. So there's only 3 women left. The 3 women may be in a triple threat. So yeah, nothing for Julia to wrestle. Somebody for Julia to wrestle. Unless you want to do Julia Tiffany, which I doubt. Maybe do Charlotte. You do Charlotte Flair. You do Bailey, Liv Morgan, Tiffany, Julia, but I don't think it's going to happen. No Julia match. I don't think so. I'm calling it. That's my prediction. No actual match for Julia, but she will have an appearance of some sort. So that'll be interesting. So you got Cody, Shinsuke, and AJ for the first main event. Then you got Cody and AJ for Tokyo. And finally, you got a 4-way between LA Knight, Cody, Shinsuke, and AJ. That should be interesting. Yeah, promo in the ring. Promo in the ring. What Gunther doing? Is he going? He's going. Probably facing Kevin Owens. All right? Or Sami Zayn? Yeah. Rey Mysterio is available. KO is available. Sami Zayn is available. Maybe New Day. Yeah, I don't know. There's options. Because it looks like we're getting Jay and Damien for both shows here. Then Jay against Ray. So he can wrestle Ray the first night. He can wrestle LA Knight the first night. So there's options there. So Kevin Owens, Sammy, LA Knight, they're all options for him there. So No worries. Let's see your wrestlers. But yeah, I'm more interested in this than SmackDown. SmackDown's a tape show. I don't care. I'll be tuning in to see what's going on here on Twitter. Hopefully there's plenty of updates for us to see. But yeah, I don't care about SmackDown. Not at all. Kofi, maybe. Judgment Day, they're probably facing combination of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and LA Knight and Rey Mysterio. Yeah, so Rey, LA, Sami, Kevin Owens, New Day, maybe the New Day. So yeah, there's options there. Plenty of options. The women are a different story because Bianca, Jade, and Mako will be wrestling Damage Control every day. So yeah, there's only 3 women left. Liv Morgan, Bayley, and Tiffany are the only one left. So since they're the only ones left, there's limited options for them. Bayley and Michin versus Nikki and when is that? That's SmackDown? Bayley, Michin, and Nia Tiffany? Is that official for SmackDown? That's news to me. Probably isn't news. I just don't remember it. Let's see. SmackDown. Is that official? It wouldn't be on the website yet. Okay, it made official last night. Okay. Yeah, that'd be a good match. I love that. That'd be a good match. You're not interested in the women's tag? Talking about on SmackDown or in Japan? Yeah, I saw that. Bianca and Jay will have a promo with the Unholy Union. I already saw that spoiler. I spoiled myself on SmackDown. I hate taped SmackDowns anyway, so I don't really have to watch it with any like real focus because I already know the results. I already spoiled myself. I know what's going to happen. I know who's going to win every match on SmackDown. Okay, yeah, I'm not really that. Well, no, I'm interested to see it. I'm interested in Bayley, Michin, and Tiffany and Nia. I want to see it. I want to see that match. But yeah, I'm not really that. SmackDown's rough, man. You gotta do something. I think they're expecting that Roman Reigns will show up and save the show. But that'll just mean less time for everybody else. They'll get all the focus. Bianca and Jade, I'm sorry, gotta get off there. Only reason why I want Bianca and Jade that's the only reason I want them to The only reason I want them to maybe win the titles is to get off of SmackDown and be on Raw, you know? You need AJ back on SmackDown. Maybe that happened after the Japan tour. I don't know. Maybe. Oh yeah, Alba and Alba defending the titles and the Great American Bash, night 1. That is a good for Lash and Jakara. Good for them. That's a big match. They'll lose, but good for them. Will that be the only title defense for Ala and Alba before dropping it to Bianca and Jade? I don't know. It's a safe bet that it's hard to bet against Bianca and Jade again. They lost already. You book them to lose again. That might be tough to book that. You know, might be tough to book that. You think they'll retain? Okay, I would love that. I'm fine with that. But that's another loss for Bianca and Jade. I'm fine with Bianca and Jade losing. I'm just not sure they're going to do that. I'm just not sure they'll do it again, right? They're so protected, Bianca and Jade are, to book them to lose again, even if it's by shenanigans. Even with shenanigans, it's still tough to make that prediction. I can see it, but it's still tough to predict that they'll lose again. Especially if you want Bianca and Jade on Raw. Like if you want them on Raw, you can have them lose and still do the big 3. You can still do big 3 against Blair, Alba, and Isla if they win. You can still do it. It can go either way. Imagine booking Bianca and Jade to lose on the pre-show. Bad. If Bianca's on a losing streak, well, he technically should beat Chelsea Green. So her losing streak ended. She won that match, but yeah, it's rough. Not going good. Maybe she should ditch Jade. She's been losing since joining up with Jade, so gotta kick her to the curb, Bianca. Kick her to the curb, and you'll be fine. So yeah, I think the Great American Bash looking good for the tag team division there, or at least for one match. Then I think we're gonna get Kalani Jordan and Tatum Paxley on night 2. Then maybe that's when Stephanie Vaquer shows up. I think she shows up on night 1 or night 2. If it's night 1, probably dumb because that means they're doing Roxanne Perez. So or at least the fans would think that. So maybe you have her show up on night 2 to attack Kalani Jordan. That's what I would do, because I would want her to come in as a heel. So you come in, you attack Kalani Jordan after she beats Tatum Paxley, you're good to go. That's how I would introduce Stephanie Vaquer. I would destroy Kalani Jordan, but it is what it is. I don't know. Think she'll feud with Fallon Henley? So she's gonna come in as a face, you think then, right? As a face move to take on Fallon Henley and the crew. They've been calling everybody rookies. Like they've been calling Ruka a rookie. Would they dare call Stephanie a rookie? Maybe. You could do babyface Stephanie. I wouldn't, but you could do it. Just depends on what you want to do. All right. Is there anything else that I didn't talk about? Anything else? NXT was good last night. Great shows. Joe Hendry got a good vignette. Very, 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 very pushed. Pushing him like a damn NXT star right now. The Rascals had a good performance. Good for them as well. Jasmine Nix is a rookie, but they're ignoring that. Like, ignore that. She doesn't count. That's what they're saying. Doesn't make any sense, but that's what they're saying. All right, let me check Twitter really quick. Nothing on Twitter. That's new. Breaking. Nothing breaking. No. Nope. Nothing breaking. Look at the high-speed tournament bracket. Creed, Judas Creed, Pete Dunne, Austin Theory, Montez Ford. Montez Ford better not lose. Javon Evans, Dante Adonis, Joaquin Wild, Axiom. Good wrestlers here in speed. Good wrestlers here. Let me check Reddit real quick. Then I'm out. Could Sammy and Jay on SummerSlam pre-show? No. I don't think so. On Pat McAfee, shocker. Shocking no one. Pat McAfee will return for College Game Day. So will he be off Raw? Maybe. Who cares? I don't really care that much. Let's see. What else we got? And that's it. All right, folks. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Do me a favor. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. And yeah. Talk to you guys later. You might miss Raw going forward. But that's okay. Peace, guys. Later.